Hi, people. Hi, friends. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Shawn. How's life?
It's life. It's good.
Good.
How's your world?
It is interesting to say the least. You know, to say more than the least. I spent like the last 5 or so minutes trying not to claw my penis off with. So you know that was fun.
Good times.
Yeah, good times.
Life of a drag queen.
Yes. Oh, yes. For reference, people who are listening and not seeing, I'm currently in drag, and I'm wearing like 4-inch fake fingernails. So that was a whole experience.
Now, that's just Topher's kink. Okay, he just likes to claw his penis.
Yeah, but I try not to claw it off. So that was the struggle I needed.
There's a fine line. There's a fine line.
I mean, it's not that fine. I mean. It's at least like a 20-inch line.
It's like, a 20-inch line.
It's huge.
Wow,
it's a huge line. Okay,
that's so big. How do you handle that? Oh my God,
it's a massive line.
That thing would be coming out your throat.
I mean, if I'm lucky. But,
oh,
what? What happened?
Wow, welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Welcome to
episode 2.
Welcome to the couch. We're testing out a new name this week, guys. You can vote and let us know how you like it.
Listen, that's supposed to be... Okay, the couch has a significant history, let's say, because of my streams. If you know, then you know. Otherwise, what else am I going to call my BL when I'm done writing?
The couch.
No, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
Well, I don't know, okay? Someone messaged me on the gram, commented on my story when I shared the fact that we had a podcast, and they're like, the couch. And I'm like, okay. We'll throw that in the running. Since someone's not partial of rainbow glaze, we can call it the couch.
Honestly, I don't care. If people like that, then that's what we go with.
No, it's fine. We can call it all kinds of things. Like I said, I've got...
We should just name it something new every week.
Okay, well, this week's episode is the couch, guys.
Welcome to the couch, our podcast where we change every name every week. My name's not even Shawn today.
No,
I said every name. I'm sticking to it.
It's Dilbert.
Dilbert.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
You were too slow. Should have thought of.
So, what's new? I know that you're not watching Not Me and a billion other things. You sent me a whole list of things that you're supposed to watch at some point.
Yes, because over the weekend I was staying at my parents' house. If you follow me on social media, you would have seen where I, currently do not have a car at the moment because of things that happened. But I'm okay. I walked away without a scratch. Yay, thank the Lord, all that good stuff. But
thank goodness.
I stayed at my parents' house this weekend because I had shows over on that side of town, and it would be a lot more cost effective for me to Uber or Lyft from their house to and from the theater than it would be from my house, because my house is at least an hour each way. So I'm like, it's just more cost effective to just stay over there the whole weekend and whatnot. So since I was over there, I couldn't record things because I did not have my recording equipment with me. So in all the free time I had when I was at the house, I was like, okay, well, I can still do productive things for the channel. So one of the things I did was I was like, well, let me come up with my actual list. Because as a content creator, people will recommend all manner of things to you. And,
many.
9 times out of 10, I'm like, okay, if I've seen it in the comments a number of times, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's on my list. I'm going to get to it at some point. It's on my list. Well, this list has been mental for the last 3 years. So it's like, okay, let me actually make a concrete list of these series that I said that I was going to react to at some point in time. So I did that. I went back through all of my trailer reactions that I've done. I went back through all of my patron requests that I took screenshots of. I went back through a couple other little places I had information stashed, and then I just typed out series that I remember it off the top of my head. Like, oh yeah, I said I would react to this. Oh, I've said I react to this, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool. So now I have a comprehensive list of like series I said I would react to, so I know what's on my list to do. So when people ask me, I can say, oh, it's on the list, or oh, let me add it to the list. Y'all, this list is like 115, 120 series deep. Like, it is far more comprehensive a list than I was expecting to be. Like, I knew I had a lot of things on my list, but like, god damn, I was not expecting it to be this, to go into the triple digits.
Is this is just series?
This is just BLGL series. Like, I made a separate tab in my spreadsheet for like anime, because there's certain anime series that I want to react to, and I made a separate tab for just plain old non-BLGL series that, you know, I've wanted to react to at some point in time. But yeah, just the BLGL tab alone was like 115, and I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know about any of that.
So at some point in time, I would like to get through these series.
Not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen this year. I'm not gonna get.
I'm pretty sure it's never gonna happen, because just with this month alone, this past month or two, there have been so many series that have come out.
So many series. And that is, I feel like you and I have had this conversation a number of times this year, because like, you and I both got into, you know, the BL world the same way, relatively around the same time-ish. And like, yeah, there were a couple series here, a couple series there, and something happened this year where it just exploded.
So much.
The BL world just exploded, and all of a sudden you're getting like 15 new series every other week, and I'm like, I don't have the time. And I'm seeing people who are subscribed to me or follow me on Twitter sharing this, sharing that about this series, and I'm like, how do you guys have the time? Like, I get it, you're not recording reactions and you're just watching for, you know, recreational sake, but still, how do you have the time? Goodness me. So yeah,
I think, like I said, I think we were texting yesterday, and we had talked, well, you had mentioned that a little bit, and I was like, I'm so glad that I do streaming now with those series in particular, because I don't know, it's just so daunting to think about how many series are constantly coming out, and trying to stay on top of those, but no, just honestly you're never gonna stay on top of them unless that's all you're doing.
Yeah, and it's like, even for me, like, I'm not even trying to stay on top of the new series. I might have like 2 or 3 new series on my list. Like, the majority of stuff is old stuff that's long past, you know, established series that people want me to get to, and I'm like, I want to revisit those, but I also want to check out these new ones you guys keep telling me I have to check out. So I'm like, it's just this delicate balance of, it's exhausting.
The hard thing was with older series, though, they don't, like, it's harder to grow with those sometimes, I feel like.
Yeah, except for, like, there are some that obviously have, like, their established fan bases, Tarn type, that, you know, you react to it, and it's like, okay, people come flocking in droves because there's something nostalgic about that series. There's something they love, and I get that, because heaven knows there are so many reactors that I subscribe to myself whenever I see a new person reacting to, like, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or, you know, something along those lines, a show that is nostalgic for me that I love. So, like,
Avatar: The Last Airbender for me.
Yeah, I love watching people react
every
to that.
time.
And I always have to stop as soon as they finish with, you know, book 3, and then start diving into core, because I haven't dived into core yet, and it's on my to-do list.
We should do that.
That's on my list. It's on the list.
Okay, but we should do that, because
it's on the actual list. I'm not just saying that to pacify anymore. It's on the list. It's just so much.
It's just difficult to keep up with everything. And like I said, like, unfortunately, a lot of those newer series, that's really where you grow. So doing the older ones is a lot, like, there's a lot, I would say, I don't know how to, like, it's nice because you can binge it and just, like, mass record and everything. But when you have to, like, sit down and plan every single week to do these new ones, it gets a little difficult, especially because, you know, life, or if this isn't your full-time job kind of deal, right?
Yeah. And, like, I've said it before because I've only reacted to a handful of series, like, in real time as they were happening.
Yeah.
But there's some instances where it's like, I like the ability to just watch a series when I want to watch a series. And okay, I don't feel like watching this series today, so I'm not going to watch this series today. But like when I'm reacting to series that are happening live in the moment, there's almost that pressure that you have to react and deliver the day it came out. Like otherwise you're gonna fall behind and you're gonna lose subscribers, this, that, and the other, or people are gonna be down your throat. And I'm like, the reason I like to react is because I enjoy reacting, but as soon as it becomes like an obligation and a job, I'm like, ugh, I don't know if I want to do this right now. So that's some of my hesitation with reacting to series that are happening in the moment, where it's like some weeks something happens. Sometimes I get busy and I don't feel like reacting the day it comes out, and then you get 700 people in the comment section like, leave me alone.
That, like I said, I think that's what I've been enjoying about streaming a little bit is, one, I'm like, I have already this set time here for this, and I don't have to edit. That's kind of the awesome thing, right? Like I don't have to worry about that extra stuff. I can just sit there and live react to it and have fun with chat and have that live interaction with everybody. And I don't know, coming from the streaming world, it's just kind of nice sometimes to not have to worry about that extra stuff.
Yes, and that works out great for you because because that's something you enjoy and you're fantastic at it. Me, I am not a streamer. I don't trust.
We're gonna get them there sometime.
I've visited your stream once or twice before. Like, that was fine. We had a good time. We watched My Day. Hey, when's the next reaction to My Day coming out, by the way?
Oh my God.
But like, yeah, it was a good time, but I was a guest star. I didn't have to be, in charge of all of that stuff. And it just, I don't know. The streaming world, I don't know if it's for me long term. I don't trust myself enough in a live situation to say things and do things that I like. The ability to edit things out, even though 95% of the time for a reaction I don't edit, I just leave everything in. I like having that option. Just on that 5% something needs to be snipped out.
We're gonna get him, guys. We'll get him in there eventually. We'll get him to do his own stream. I've gotten through so many different series just by doing the streams, though. Just because, a lot of those are older ones so that I can binge them. I have, the occasional ongoing ones. But for the most part, we can binge them. And if I'm feeling it, we can go hours just having fun.
I know.
Because I don't have to worry about editing them.
I've seen.
And then there's the 24-hour challenges.
Yes.
Which, by the way, there's another one coming up in October, at the end of October. So
Jesus, why? Why are you doing this to yourself?
Because it's fun.
Okay.
I like challenges. They're fun.
Okay.
I slept for ever the day after, so.
I mean, you needed to. You were up for 48 hours straight.
That's not... See, it's literally a 24-hour stream, guys.
And yet somehow you managed to make it 48, so...
That's... Okay.
Witchcraft.
I feel like I'm going to make them bigger and better at each time that we do one. So I'm planning things out for if we get so many subs or we get so many bits and that kind of stuff, I'll do something special.
Like what?
I haven't decided what.
Right.
I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I've been a little in the process of preparing to move and all that other stuff, so.
Facts. Well, maybe if you reach a certain milestone on the stream, you can give them 65% off your OnlyFans or something for a week or something like that. I don't know.
Listen, don't get me started with that.
I mean, I think our audience wants me to get you started with that, so I'm consider
There's
this
nothing
me,
to get started.
Consider this me putting the key in the ignition and turning. So start.
Oh. Welcome to our OnlyFans podcast.
ASMR edition. Hey guys.
Oh, did you order this pizza?
Extra sausage.
So any other series that you're really wanting to dig into? Because I know you've been watching a lot of Not Me.
I have.
Which you released episode 4, right?
Yeah, I released episode 4 a couple days ago, I think, or over the weekend. And I actually just recorded episode 5 earlier today. So that should be out sometime within the next week or so.
How are you liking it?
I enjoy it. I really, really enjoy it. Because it's different in a sense. And I said this in like my commentary, I think, to episode 4, where like it just feels like the first series that I've encountered on the channel of this particular genre, and that's why I'm so drawn to it. Like I remember the first time I watched a series that involved like gangs and violence and, you know, that kind of thing when I was watching Long Time No See. I loved it. I remember the first time I watched a series that was based around food, ingredients. I loved it. The first time I watched a series that was based around music, I loved it. So like here it's the same kind of thing where like this has a very heavy social commentary, political climate undertone / overtone / tone. All the tones.
All of them.
All the tones are very social commentary driven. Lots, and I'm like, it's just so fascinating. It's so fascinating. Some of the parallels you see between things over in Thailand, at least at the time that was filmed, and, you know, things in other parts of the world, things in, you know, corrupt parts of the government here in the US, things in other countries, that and the other. And it's interesting to see, you know, how some of the things contrast, and it's just an interesting, it's one of those series where even if the romance, the BL aspect of it never existed in the series, it would still be an interesting watch, and I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I love the series where, you know, it's all about the love. Yeah, that's great. They're cute. They're fluffy. That's fantastic. But I also enjoy these series where even if I were to take out that romance aspect of it, it's still a good series on its own. It's still a good, compelling story on its own. That's what I loved about Mariner of Death. Even if we took out all the romance and whatnot, like, it was still such a roller coaster ride, and I haven't trusted a cactus since. Like, it's so yeah, that's how I feel making my way through Not Me. It just feels like the first series I've watched on the channel that's been this sort of forthright or heavy-handed with some of the political stuff or some of the social commentary stuff. Like, I've watched some series that's dived into some stuff here and there, but like, this is like, no, this is the meat and potatoes of the series. This is what the series is about. And also, we got some cute gay shit happening over here. Which
always gotta have some cute gay shit.
I'm always here for some cute gay shit. Like, no spoilers, you know. I'm only on episode 5 now, guys.
Plus gun.
Who's come? What?
No, plus gun.
Oh, gun. Yes.
Yeah.
Gun. Love it. Adorable. But I'm only on episode 5. I just finished episode 5 today, and like, if you guys haven't watched it, then, you know, skip forward, like, I don't know, a minute and a half into the podcast, because no spoilers. But if you have watched it, I was like sort of quasi shook a little bit at the reveal with Graham and a potential interest Graham might have in someone who's currently incapacitated, and I was like, whoa, I didn't see that one coming. I didn't see that one coming at all. But I now I'm just shipping all kinds of things in my head, and I'm like, yes, God, praise Jesus. Okay, so when this homeboy wakes up, we're just gonna have this whole gay harem in this garage, led by Goomba, and we got to get Goomba somebody, and like, I'm just like, okay.
I love that man.
I love all the men. All the men.
The cool thing was he would have, like, he's on YouTube, and he would stream after the episodes too, and he just like chat about things.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. That was kind of cool.
I'd have to check that out.
I'm not sure if they're saved or anything. They might be, but you know, that was kind of awesome that he would do. I mean, that series came out at the beginning of the year.
I always forget that it is such a relatively more recent series in comparison to some of the ones.
It is. Yeah, it was going on the same time as Bad Buddy.
Mm-hmm. And Bad Buddy got all the attention.
Bad Buddy got all the attention, and I was I was one of the people watching it and going, man, Bad Buddy has so many eyes and people love it. And
it's good.
This is the series. Yeah, of course. But this is the series that everybody needs to watch, right? And it wasn't until Bad Buddy ended that people really started to take notice of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of those series where I think that I finally started to feel like I could just talk about things, more political things, which I like to do. Up until that point, I hadn't really done any of that on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I talk about like gay stuff,
right,
psychology stuff, but not like socio-political things, you know. And it just allowed me to do that, and I just really appreciated it for that. And I think that's why people keep sharing it, my reactions to it, every so often. I'm just very grateful for that, but I'm just a dude talking about stuff. Rambling and ranting.
I mean, at the end of the day, isn't that what we all are? We're just dudes talking about stuff.
5 feet apart because we're not gay.
I mean, it's only gay if the balls touching. Balls aren't touching right now, so it's fine.
That's true. That's true. I think we made a joke. I mean, I don't know if it was you and me, but I made a joke maybe at one point about the chins not touching. Well, I think that's just kissing, though. As long as the chins don't touch, it's not gay either.
I'm mentally trying to picture what that kissing looks like with no touching. I mean, I guess, yeah.
I mean, if you're tilting your head.
Yeah, tilt to the side. Okay, that could. That just sounds like such a neck workout. I ain't never got time for all of that.
Yeah, I'd rather work out in other ways.
Yeah, just stick your tongue in. It's fine. You're
I don't know. Not Me was such a good series, and I'm glad that you're watching it. It sounds like you're really starting to get into it now too.
I am. Like I said, there's just so much happening, and every time I turn around, I feel like I'm getting another lesson on some either political topic or some socio-economical topic, or like every episode. It's
right.
It's like they took a economics or a sociology textbook, they just shredded it up, they put it in a hat, and like, okay, every episode we're gonna pick out 3 words, and we're just gonna, that's what we're gonna learn about this episode. I'm like, okay.
I mean, we know that especially during the time, like commenters and everybody would say, you know, the government was leaning on the series, that kind of stuff, because clearly there's a lot that they're talking about that is very much related to the government, and the government has control over that kind of stuff, the media, that is. And so, like, I wonder what it would have been like without all of that pressure.
I know, it's crazy to think.
It was so well written, though. Like, I don't know, it's just one of those series. I'm trying not to say anything because I don't remember like what is in episode 5. Yeah, I don't remember, so I'm just gonna shut up. I don't want to spoil anything.
There was gay shit and more gay shit and economics and potential gay shit and politics and some more potential gay shit.
I think what was the most powerful for me, and maybe it will be powerful for you, is just that some of that what is based on real events. And that's all I'm going to say, because that comes much later. The one scene in particular that I'm talking about.
The gay shit.
The gay shit, yeah.
Gay shit's based off real events, okay.
I was watching Vice Versa on stream.
Did it finish already?
No, I think we got 2 more episodes.
But did the series itself finish already?
No.
Or is it?
It's ongoing.
Okay. It's on the list.
Well, I'm not gonna say it. It's not bad.
Okay.
It has its moments. It has its really good moments, and it has its really slow moments.
Okay.
I don't hate it. It's just one of my favorite series at the moment is The Eclipse, though. Honestly,
is that good? I've been seeing things about good things about it on the Twitterverse.
I binged it.
I added it to the list naturally, you know.
I caught up to it Friday night. I think we had watched episode 1, and then I was like, okay, I need to watch more, and we watched more. Like, I was like, oh, you know, we'll do 2 tonight. We'll do 2 the next night. It's fine. No, I watched all 4 of them.
Well, damn.
It was that good. Like, I was just like, I don't want to stop right now. But then I was forced to, because, you know, there's no more right now.
Well, that's a good reason. That's them saying, Shawn, you need to go to bed. It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's not, though. It wasn't even a 4-hour stream. Okay, so
But then how much did you go and record after? And how much did you edit after?
None. I think I had to probably do a thumbnail because I usually do, but other than that. Minato's Laundromat is another one that I was watching after on Saturday. That's a good one.
That's the one with the actor from Cherry Magic?
Oh, yeah, Takuya, who played Rokaku. Rokaku? Yeah.
Adorable spaz.
Well, he's also in Bullet Train, so that's how I found Bullet Train.
That's right, you did tell me about that, the band.
And they were the first music group that I'd ever reviewed on the channel. I mean, I had started watching that previously, but it's just been very hard for me to watch series recently, you know, with everything kind of ramping up for the move and everything. Yeah. Unfortunately, like, I love doing series, but they're a little more, at least for me, a little bit more challenging to edit. They just take a lot more time.
Oh, yeah, especially for some of the more fun copyright situations.
Yes, indeed.
I understand fully.
I mean, but it's nice to watch it on Twitch because, you know, I don't have to worry about it as much there. And then I'll just upload them from there. But Minato's Laundromat is one of those, like, it could be bad. Like, there's an age gap. It could be so bad, but it does everything right.
Okay. Come on, doing everything right. If I can type in these fucking nails. Jesus.
Oops.
I don't know how you ladies do this on the regular. It's exhausting.
Also, His Man.
Is that the reality show?
Yes.
Yeah, that's on the list.
That's so good. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it for BLs right now. I'm going to finish off Minato's and everything. I just haven't been recording any. Once I get into my new place, and seriously, I get so many comments. You know how it is.
Oh, I know.
So many comments like, when are you going to finish this? I'm like, listen, I ain't got time.
I'll get to it. Don't worry. It'll happen.
You see the length of the videos I've been posting? They're like 4 minutes. They're between 4 and 8 minutes, okay?
So what I'm hearing is you have more time. Since these videos are shorter that you're putting out right now, that means you have more free time. Because these videos aren't going to take you as much time to edit. So you have more free time to be watching my day.
Yeah, whenever I'm done moving. But until then, I'm stuck. Oh, I got a question.
I might have an answer.
No, I mean, it's not that kind of. It's more of a, like, hypothetical, like, if we could invite people on to, well, we can't invite. I mean, it's our show. What the hell? We can invite whoever we want. We can do whatever we want.
I don't know.
But if you could invite somebody onto the channel or onto the podcast, who would you want to have on the podcast? Oh. But like short term and then long term goals.
Oh, like anybody in the world?
It's your game.
Oh man,
it's your answer.
That's a tough one. I mean, especially since it's just an audio podcast, because there are definitely people I would invite for the sake of like staring at them because they're magically delicious human beings. Listen, we can have video. I mean, that for us recording, you know, not necessary. Well, let me see. The obvious answer for anyone who follows my channel would be one of the latest recipients of a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the one and only Miss Kelly Clarkson, because do I have any means of getting her on this channel? No.
Listen, maybe eventually.
You know, we can hope. We can dream potentially at some point.
If everybody goes out there and starts sharing the podcast with their friends, family, and lovers.
Oh. And your lovers' friends and family and their lovers.
Yes. Then, you know what? It's very much possible.
Possible? Yes. Probable? Meh.
Listen. Okay.
We'll see. I won't hold my breath. I would love to see it happen one day, but I won't hold my breath. As you know, the person on YouTube with the largest category or the largest collection of Kelly Clarkson reaction videos, I can very confidently say I don't foresee it happening anytime soon, but I'll leave it out in the universe just in case.
Everybody tweet Kelly Clarkson.
I've tried that. It just doesn't work. It hasn't worked out for me, but it's okay. We are homegirls in another life. I'm just waiting for us to be homegirls in this life too. It'll happen eventually. Who do I think could survive a conversation with us without getting embarrassed or nervous? Because I don't know about you, but I can be a little bit much sometimes. It can be a lot to take in. What did I say? 25 inches? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can be a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot sometimes for some people, anyway. I've seen documentaries. There's some crazy people out there. But who will I bring on the channel? Well, it would have to be someone who could speak some level of English, because I'm not fluent in very many other languages, and I don't think Google Translate would be helpful in that way, in that category. Yeah. I would enjoy. I would love to bring on Boys of SB19.
Oh, that'd be nice, yeah.
Because I feel like they were such a integral part of the early part of my channel's growth. Yeah. So there is definitely a sense of nostalgia that I feel for them. And like I've said it in a number of reactions, like I feel very protective of them. Like yes, they're cute, they're hot. Yes, I'll swoon over them till the cows come home. But at the end of the day, like,
of course,
it's all coming from a place of love, and at the end of the day, I just really want to just hug them. I want to hug them. I watch them, go on their world tours and do this, that, and the other. And I feel like a proud mama just watching their babies, because I remember when I first started reacting to them, and they were just getting started, and it's like, now look at the success they've accomplished, and it's just like, I feel like a proud mama. So yeah.
Okay, but also you want to flirt with Stell.
Well, also yes, I would love to have Stell sit on my face. Well, any of them, honestly, any of them, that's fine. But like, in a very maternal, loving way,
Sure, yeah, definitely. I mean, let's be real. I'd flirt with Ken a bunch. So
yeah, we can bring him on the channel
anytime. I mean, let's be real. Anybody asked to come on,
yeah.
We'd be like, yeah, of course.
Anyone listening, if you want to come on, just send one of us a message. We're very easy. Like when it comes to the podcast.
Okay, listen. Okay, yeah, I'm a stingy bitch otherwise,
and I'm a virgin, so
definitely. I don't know. That would be fun. SB19 would be fun. We've talked about it plenty of times on our own. They weren't the first group that I reviewed on my channel, but they were the second and definitely the more popular. I don't know. I always feel similarly. I feel just happy whenever I see anything from them. I was missing them for so long too, just so long.
Yeah, like we had so many conversations leading up to the tour and the video and whatnot they put out over the last month, and so many conversations about how there was just this SP19 shaped hole that just needed to be filled, and they miss them. So now they're out here filling holes, and I'm like, yes, praise Jesus.
Oh. Listen, we're gonna have to mark this one as explicit now.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about Kpop.
I mean, I feel like my answers, outside of SB19 would be very obvious, just because of who occupies so much time on my channel. But at the same time, like, I would love to have BL actors come on too.
Same. But like, it's too hard for me to like narrow it down to like one particular actor or series, because
Gun.
Okay.
That's right. Nunu, Gun first. You know what? Everybody from the Eclipse. That's fine.
So if you are an Asian twink, please report to Shawn's DMs.
Listen, respectfully, no fetishization.
No.
From me. Basically, you could be a man, identify as a man, have a PP, and you stand a really good chance.
I mean, same. I also require a pulse.
Rule number one, yes.
Not number one, but it's high up on the list. Oh.
Okay, it's number one for me.
Like you need to have the pulse. You need to have the manly dangle bits.
Yes.
You need to have either some form of employment, or be potentially seeking some form of employment, or just some general direction in some general life direction. Because I get it. Times are hard. Sometimes people are between jobs. I'm not saying you have to have a job to date me or something like that. Nothing like.
Yes.
But like, have some general motivation or direction in life.
Yeah.
Whether that's I'm in between jobs, but I really like to sing, or I like to paint, or I like to massage people's feet, or whatever.
Create YouTube
videos. Yes, if your goal is to be a long-standing YouTuber, that's fine. Let's collaborate. Let's collab. We can collaborate on your YouTube. You can collaborate on my OnlyFans. It's fine. Like,
that's right.
I'm all about collaboration. But yeah, those are pretty much the main characteristics I look for. Outside of that, I'm pretty open. There's no one physical trait or body type or anything that's
same.
I'm drawn to. I feel like my tastes are so widespread. Like it'd be hard to narrow down anything in one thing. But
I feel like that's like a recent change from like when I was a bit younger. So like 5 or more years ago, like I would have said, more twinkish, definitely. But that's changed. Like, I don't really care as much about your body anymore. Maybe it's the 30-year-old me version. I don't know.
Version 3.0.
Not that I was ever like crazy about that kind of stuff. It was just more of a like an attraction, I guess, kind of deal.
No, I get it.
Now it's just like, again, I don't care your body type. Like I could be attracted to you.
Yeah, like I can find something attractive about most people, like physically. But if you've got just an awful personality, and we've said this a million times over, if you look like a 10 but you've got a personality of a 2, what are they?
You a 2.
Mm-hmm. So like, as long as your personality is not just awful and you're not just the worst person on the inside, I can find you attractive. But like physical traits, yeah, sure. A pair of thick thighs are magically delicious. Thick thighs save lives, and I'm always in need of mouth-to-thigh resuscitation. That's fantastic. But if you don't have thick thighs, am I gonna write you off? No. I see twinks. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I see muscle daddies. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I see bears. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I see normal Joe Blow dad bod. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Like, I don't care. I don't care. It's all good. It's all good, baby.
Was it always like that for you?
Yeah, I guess. As long as I can think.
Yeah.
'Cause like, thinking back on people I dated in my 20s, they were all just so variable as well. There was a short guy, there was a thick guy, there was a tall guy, there was a black guy, there was a white guy, there was a Middle Eastern guy. I've got all kinds of mishmash of things in my dating history from my 20s. In my 30s, well, that dating history just doesn't exist. We cleared history and there's just nothing. But yeah, in my 20s, yeah. So I guess it was kind of always that way, in a sense.
I mean, I feel like I've basically been a serial monogamist. But there have definitely been those...
Nights at the bathhouse.
Yes, definitely bathhouse. No, but like, I don't know, the random...
Bathhouse.
No, hookups that weren't even necessarily like hookups. Like sometimes, like I remember one in particular, like we were friends, we were hanging out, and it just happened.
At the bathhouse.
Not at the bathhouse, in my bedroom.
Bedroom at the bathhouse.
No!
And continue.
And then some were hookups, yes, but especially when I was in Chicago. But before then, like I've had 2 major relationships, and sometimes in between that's when those other ones happen. And it's especially where I grew up, like there was like no diversity. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really have that opportunity. And then I moved to Virginia and that all changed.
That makes sense.
And then I moved to Chicago and that definitely changed. And I liked it.
Look at all of these new treats.
It was never like I discriminated or didn't want to be with anybody of various body types or ethnicities. It was just more like where I grew up in Pennsylvania.
You didn't have it.
There was nothing there. There was no other type of people except for white dudes. And even then, like, they're pretty trashy, most of them. Wow. We did not plan on talking about dating.
I mean, we didn't plan on a lot of things. One of these days, we're going to plan our podcast and just have an idea.
When we get somebody on that actually, you know, wants to, that's somebody famous or something. I don't know.
Yes. But until then, we're just going to continue rambling for...
Y'all wanted Shawn and Topher. This is Shawn and Topher. Every
Topher.
chance we get together.
But yes, if you guys enjoy the dating commentary, I got stories, y'all. We can have story time, but you know that's that's for another podcast because we're already approaching like the hour mark as is. So like,
it's 47.
I mean, I'm rounding up like most gay men do.
Dating. Oh God, I haven't even thought about that in a while.
I feel like the only times I think about it is when I'm talking with friends and they're getting back into the dating pool and they ask me my opinions, or they ask me like, so when are you getting back out there? And I'm like, I'm good, but thanks.
Basically, at this point, it has to fall onto my lap. Or
yes, please send someone to fall on my lap. That's fine. But, yeah, no.
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of getting back into a place where I want to again, but at the same time, I don't know. Like last time I started feeling like I was going to, you know, that's when everything kind of went to poop. I don't know. I kind of miss that camaraderie, that connection, but at the same time, I'm doing a lot anyways. So
you're doing a lot.
Y'all better, like, whoever it is, you better be okay with my wanting to grow and succeed on these platforms, you know?
Yes, I agree.
Plus learn how to edit for me and help.
I mean, who doesn't love a dynamic duo, a dream team?
Seriously, though.
Every Batman needs his Robin. Well, Alfred, I guess, in this case.
We'll switch off. I'll teach you how to edit, and then I'll...
You'll...
While I'm teaching.
Oh.
I'll teach you in both ways.
Oh, at the computer station. Oh, goodness, my. Okay.
Listen, I mean, nowhere is off limits.
I feel like that's a hazard waiting to happen for computer.
Why?
It's just, I don't know, get a spill guard or something.
That's it, guys. That's it. Bye. That's the show.
That's the whole show, guys. We started with not me and ended with penis. Not me penis. That's the name of this podcast. Not me penis.
Yay, not me penis. I can't put that as a title. Not me, and then definitely me. That's the title. Not me, definitely me.
If you guys have other suggestions as to discussion topics, we are all ears. Like I said, find us on the social media and drop us a message, drop us a tag, say, hey, you guys should talk about that time Topher was accidentally turned into a homewrecker, or or hey, you should talk about that time Shawn rented out a bedroom at the bathhouse, or like whatever you guys want to talk about, let us know.
I told you that in confidence.
I know, but I've been talking about it for like the last 20 minutes, so I figured confidence was out the window at this point.
So many stories, many stories.
Just to be clear, the bedroom at the bathhouse did not happen. That's just Topher being Topher. But Topher was accidentally turned into a homewrecker. That is a story.
Wait, really?
It's a story for another podcast.
It's a story for another podcast.
If they want us to talk about it, of course.
We can also talk about my public things.
Yes, we can.
Things that happened
public shenanigans.
in public spaces.
We can talk about those too. Since I'm currently, without a car, we can have like a memorial service for the things that have happened in said car.
Yeah.
End of an era, I tell you.
I haven't even thought about that stuff in a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
God.
and me both, brother.
That was fun. Well, I mean, I used to drive for 13 hours if I wanted to visit his family.
That's a lot of hours.
That's a long time.
But yeah, so if you guys want to hear, story time, you just let us know. We can talk about some stories and things.
I'm definitely marking this one as explicit on our upload. We're gonna get in trouble.
What did we do?
This is an 18 plus conversation.
I don't remember anything that we said that was 18 plus in this conversation.
It all suggests it.
Exactly. People have to go places to bathe. That is why they have a house of bathing.
Yes.
People have to commute long times, so that is why there are 13-hour drives.
That's how I say it.
Yeah, so I don't know what you mean.
That's going to be the name of this podcast. Topher and Shawn After Hours.
Oh, is this the After Hours podcast now?
Apparently.
Well, I mean, if I had known this was the After Hours podcast, I would have, I don't know, come prepared with other things.
Oh, I forgot. I watched the show on Netflix, How to Build a Sex Room.
That's right. I saw you post something about that on the Twitter yesterday. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but
Did you look it up?
No, because it was like 4 o'clock in the morning when you responded, and I was like, nah.
No, it wasn't. I would not respond at 4 o'clock.
And yet somehow you keep responding at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's amazing.
No, I don't. Yeah, it's definitely really good. I recommend it. I'm not gonna spoil anything. It's a reality show anyway, so. But it's really good.
Interesting.
Like, I was impressed. I'm like, I'm not a designer, but I am trained in therapy. Maybe I should do sex therapy.
That could be a thing. Yes, that could be another avenue for Psynergic.
Yes.
Psynergic sex therapy. I love alliteration. It's close.
Close enough.
Synergic sex shack.
Well, we can do. I was gonna say we could just take the psi and turn it into sexuality. I guess. Sexuality. Sex.
We'll work on it. We'll figure it out.
Whatever.
Yeah. So tune in for that podcast too, guys.
Shawn and Topher After Hours.
Yeah, so that is also a potential, title for the thing. So if you guys like Shawn and Topher After Hours, why don't you go ahead and, give that an upvote or something? I don't really know. There's not a poll yet, so...
no.
I'll start a poll. Somewhere.
I mean, listen, if this is what everybody... If we start talking about our dating escapades and all that kind of stuff...
I mean, I only have so many dating escapades. Like, we've got, maybe
That's why we invite other people.
We got, 2 episodes worth of content, and then we're out.
Okay, listen. I doubt that's true. We could talk about Grindr. We could talk about any of the dating apps.
I mean, I've never used that, so I don't know. I have no idea what that's like.
How long are we going to keep up this charade?
Until one of us dies.
Challenge accepted. Well, I think we were going to talk about music, but now we really don't have enough time to talk about music.
Yeah, we were going to dive into some boy band stuff and whatnot, but, that's fine. Well,
even YouTube. So we have plenty more episodes for this. Yeah. Especially if we keep doing week by week or whatever.
Yeah, so next week maybe we'll talk about music and boy bands. Or maybe we'll talk about our dating history. We'll see what people have to say.
That's right. Okay, well, thank you guys for listening. Yes. We really appreciate it. The first episode had over 100 people listening, so that's pretty
exciting. So exciting. And then I think you said something like 40 subscribers on Spotify or something.
On Spotify
that
alone,
is insane. Come on, subscribers.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for enjoying this and taking time to listen to us ramble about everything.
Pretty much.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, I feel like we're going to have people coming on to do these kind of things. But, for now, we're just kind of enjoying ourselves just being us. I mean, basically, we're just having conversations that we would have anyways. We're just now recording.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
So I can document and pull up the receipts anytime I need to come back to
Anytime.
Yeah, if you guys have any topics you'd like us to talk about, just shoot us a message. If you guys have ideas for a podcast name, because as you can see, it is still undecided, go ahead and give us, little suggestions. If you want to be a guest, like we said, all are welcome. As long as you don't mind people hearing your voice, then you're welcome.
I mean, we could even read your stories if you wanted to type them out.
Oh, anonymous story hour.
Yes.
Oh,
that sounds fun.
Oh, see, now we got ideas.
If you like that idea, let us know.
Yeah, now we're cooking with lube, oil, butter.
Wait, why are we cooking with lube? That's weird.
It's still stuck in my head from Twitter. We're cooking with oil.
All right, but that's it for this week, guys. Thank you. We really appreciate you.
We do. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
If you guys like this episode, please hit that follow button on whatever platform you're on. Also, be sure to follow Topher on his channel at Topher Reacts. And you can also follow me, Psynergic, at any social media. See you guys next week.